Good day, everybody. It's Max, and this is Transport Fever 2 Deluxe Edition Eurovision. You bet. And on this episode, it's rock and roll day, people. That's right. We need a few more lines to make enough cash so as we can run trains all over the place and not worry about money, or at least for the short term. So we're going to put in some rock stuff. We're going to set a few towns up and get ready to bring in trains for the next episode. Before we get started, of course, big thanks to recent subscribers. Their names are going at the bottom of the screen. And of course, everybody that's watching, I appreciate that very much. So, rock and roll, people. Let's get to it. Hey, everybody, look, we make money. You betcha. So today, what are we doing? We're going to try and do this double brick, I think. And then we're going to just take a quick pause around to have a look about how we could put in a master passenger train line. So I'm not even going to look at that. Let's get on with the business. The business. All right, so first things first, they want brick. They both want brick. Isn't that great? Yes, it is. Let's have a look at the terrain. Wow, that's ugly. Sure is. How are you going to fix that, Max? I don't know. I know one thing. This probably neighborhood over here is probably going to go. So, listen, I need you guys to get off of this road. Because there is no way we'll make that work. I thought you weren't looking at cities yet. Yeah, but you kind of gotta look at cities now because, you know, things are starting to happen. Cities are growing and, you know, darn it. Yeah, I know. Things happen. All right, well, besides, how are you going to put your circular thing on this? I mean, it's a nightmare. This is wonk. Okay, well, let's see if we can do something with it anyway. So first things first, what we want to do before we go laying down all this brick is we want to actually get some sort of road structure in for future planning. And we do have some money. So we will keep this running while I do the roads, as much as that's going to scare me a little bit. Nope, you don't want that one. Thanks, but no thanks. We do want this one, though. And it looks like this is going to become the main road. That's kind of scary and going to be very expensive, but I don't think I got much choice. Oh, wow, you really want to really want to do this the expensive way, huh? Like, you can't, like, what? You can't give me this road? Come on. You can give me this road. I'll give you too much slope. Really? Is it that much slope? I guess it is a fair amount of slope, but it's not that much. I mean, pause up here for a second. Look, guys, I mean, it's not really that much slope. You know, I'm pretty sure you could pull this off. Yeah, if you spend $500,000, you'll let me pull it off, won't you? Sure. Okay. I really didn't want to come down behind these houses, but I will. Because I will need to do something. Oh, look at this double lumber camp. This is hot. Oh, look at this. Wow. That's actually really... a third lumber camp here. Look, we're going to have a talk. So, all right. Yeah, sure, he says. I'm going to use this road as an anchor. And I'm probably not going to like that. But I'm going to. So you've got a tunnel and a bridge and all the terrible things. So many bad things. One building to be removed. Sure. Well, one's better than what I thought. Can we get rid of the tunnel? Can we just, like, dig it out? I'd rather dig it out because I got to flatten this out later for a rail line somehow. I have no idea how I'm going to pull that off. Sure, he says. I mean, this is crazy. This is just crazy. Maybe you could try to pull it off, like, before we do that. I know that's an option. Let's try and do this. All right. No, we don't want to raise anything here. We're going to try and flatten something out here. Starting from here. Can you let me come in here? Okay, cool. Sure. Now, the reason I'm not too worried about it is because I'm going to probably blow these houses up anyway. So, you know, suck it up, Buttercup. 375, huh? 100, Yeah, okay, let's get it on. I hate, this is why I like to set my cities up before they get into this crazy mess. It's because that way they don't get the crazy mess. Okay, so what do we got going on here? Is this road flat with all this? All right, cool. Because I'm going to have to get a train station in here at some point in time, and I can see that going to be a nightmare. Yeah, I am feeling it already. So that's a thing. All right. And there we go. Yeah. Okay, so can we get a little bit of a smoothing tool going on there just to kind of bump that around? All right, so is that going to be good enough to get a rail in there? Probably not, but I can cut a little more of this mountain out later. So let's now get this rest of this road in. This crazy road that I got to try and get in here. Sure, that's going in right in behind these houses. Okay, right about there somewhere. That was a little too curvy. Can we back that off just a wee bit? There we go. So this is why I do this offline, because you don't think, well, you know, this isn't overly exciting, right? So I try to do the boring stuff offline because, you know, it's not as exciting as you think it is. I think I'm going to have to bring this all the way down and around. I think without destroying a lot of property. Sure, we'll do it that way, and then we'll go this way. All right, somewhere's around here. I mean, this is going to get ugly. Bridge pillar collision. How about no bridge at all? How about we just go with land? Yeah, I mean, not to say I'm really happy about any of this cost, but I mean, you guys want to build up on this big honking hill, so I gotta somehow bring it along. Right? And do you think the city planners are going to work with me on trying to get this flattened out? Probably not. Right? Sure. So if we go straight for the cut, and I do that, that's fine, I guess. We'll do that right about there, and then bring this up around like, oh, really? Look, you don't need to hurt him. I know you don't. There you go. Look at that. I would like to try and make two connections here. This monstrosity is crazy, but we'll let's widen it up at least to 2 streets. And then what we'll do is we'll at least try to get it connected to this smooth part right here. Right about... that's sort of okay. Can we pull it down this way a little bit more? Can you give me the dot? Where's the dot? Okay, there's the dot. Somewhere's around there, I think. I'm just trying to make the, like, I mean, we have hills like this here all the time, people. Like, you just got to live with it. I'm just not happy with that little bump there, but we'll try to look at that one day. The other one is on the other side here. Now, not to say I really want to take this house out, but I will. Gosh darn it. I'll do what I gotta do, people. I'll do what I gotta do. And of course, all I'm doing here is just giving myself another interconnecting network, right? That the city can work on. All right, so there's one. Yeah. Now, the reason we want that, of course, is let's actually do this now, in case I forget, because I can see me forgetting. There was a way I thought we could tell these roads to not build on each other. I'm pretty sure you still can. Traffic lights, player owned. That's what I want. Can I do that? I guess I'm gonna have to look that up again. You know what you should have done while you were in there? Yeah, get rid of all the traffic lights. Yeah, because you know that's a hassle, right? Yeah. Now, we will want to, I mean, keeping in mind, we're just building these up now. In time, I'm going to have to come back to these circular designs. I'm going to have to do a whole bunch of stuff to these, right? All right, there we go. But we are going to try and make it a little easier on myself here by doing this. And then by doing this. Really? You're giving me the too much curvature line? Really? You're doing that for me? Okay, cool. All right, well, we'll do this. And we don't want you building anything here either. No, you don't got to do that, dude. There we go. Just, yeah, no, don't get all fancy. Don't get all fancy. There we go. We just don't want them building that, because then I'm going to go that way, I would think. I would probably have to hang a left here. This is crazy. I would love to have all that too, but that's future Mac's problem. That's not current Mac's problem. Okay, so down here in Lyon, it's a little flatter. I can hopefully get away with a little more stuff down here. He is growing into the hill. That makes me sad. But that might not be such a bad thing. Let's turn this way so I can see the map. I mean, I've been flip-flopping all over the place. The rail line would probably come down here through Bordeaux. So, I mean, this is where, I mean, you kind of got Lyon going to Paris and Bordeaux. This is going to be this actually may turn out to be like a hub spot. Sure, he says. Well, then you better think of this one up pretty good. Yeah, how about that, huh? Because I'll tell you right now, he's not going to make this easy on me. No. Is there okay? These two houses are really weird. I'm going to go with that, and then I'm going to bring this over here, and they're probably going to get destroyed anyway, so I feel really bad about that, but not really. Let's go with that. Now, as for the continuation, I'd like to continue down this road, if we can. So, and then just trying to keep this, we could try to keep a nice straight line here across. I think that would work out really good if I can. Can we have that? We can have that. It's a little lumpy. Wow. I didn't realize there was such a hill here. But that's okay. I'll actually take that. Now we'll circle it back around so we can get into that. Really? Do you need to be that dramatic? Like, can we just be, like, somewhat normal? Okay, cool. Is there another hill here? Of course there is. Because that's a thing. Alright. I'm trying to line it up right there and do this. And then we're going to do this. Yeah, sorry, dude. I mean, you kind of picked the wrong spot on that one. Let's admit it, okay? Like, don't lie to yourself. You could have picked a better spot to build. If I go for the whole shot, what are you going to do for me? You'll put in a bit of a valley, which kind of works out all right for me because I think I'll flatten this out a little bit. So let's do that. Then we'll go over here. And I've already spent like $5 million. Why don't you hit the play button for a minute here and build up some cash? Yeah, like you spent $4.4 million, well, $5 million. Yeah, I need you to do that. But before you put some houses on there, can you let me flatten it out? I think that would be awesome if you did. Cool. Brush size. Yeah, give me the big brush. Because I'd like to flatten that out. I mean, because you haven't spent enough money, Max. That was $1.5 million. Are you crazy? Well, let's not use the word crazy. Let's just use the words, trying to get something done. Okay. Okay, so, yeah, you all want to build in here. I know you do. It's crazy, isn't it? All right, so now let's try the smoothing tool. Yeah, not enough money. I spent all the money. Darn it. Fine. Okay, listen, let me bring you back when I'll build up a little cash. Gosh, darn it. I'll build up a little cash. I'll bring you back. You just blew $10 million on a hillside, dude. That's crazy. All right, I'm going to bring you back. I'm going to put some cash together. We're going to put this mining into operation. Just give me a second. Okay, we have a couple million. And of course I'm going to spend some of that, right? But we're going to try and leave the game running now that we've kind of got the towns closed off. This guy here, he really upsets me. Anyway, we're going to ignore him for a minute. And it's funny how the computer did this triangle thing. But what we'd like to do is actually take Mr. Triangle and turn him into another roundabout. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So I think we're going to just pause up here for a second. And we're going to go around here, go to buildings. We're going to leave this front road here because, well, I think we'll put the mining back here. Sure, he says. Go to streets. And small country road. Country roads. So, is this going to work out for us? What's going to happen here? I don't know. Well, that's not going to work for you. I know that. Okay, and then can you get this one to curve on here like this? Sure. All right. This is I just want to say, people, this is a real sloppy looking road. No, we don't want you doing that. I don't really want you doing that either. Holy smokes, this is really sloppy. Listen, I just need these guys to all go one way, okay? This is terrible. But that's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. That's not even a road, dude. Are you not? What's going on with what's wrong with my arrows and stuff? All right. I think the game's glitching half out already. I haven't even got to the fourth city yet. Okay, so sure. And then I gotta back this all up. Oh, come on. You really can't make the circle. Why would you make the circle like that? All right, fine. All right, so let's break this all up here because this is already testing my patience on ugliness. Sure. Yeah, I know you're upset, game, because I've cut out a bunch of connected roads. Listen, I just want to. Oh my goodness, this is so terrible. All right, look. Sorry, guys. Look, I know you were all going places. You're not going places anymore. It's really bad. Blah, blah, blah. All the things. Sure. Can we at least try to make it somewhat circular? I'm not asking for a lot here. Okay. Yeah, pull that down here. Yeah, see, that's a circle, right? That's how circles are made. Sure. And then we can make a circle here. Yeah, that looks like a circle. I'm good with that. And then you can, what was wrong with all that beforehand? Sure. Why don't I have one-way streets here? Okay. Small one-way street. No. Medium one-way street? Okay. I don't know why. All right. Why do you want to go the wrong way? Okay, there we go. You're fixed. Now we'll attach up these roads. I thought we had roads where we could actually fix that. So give me this. You can attach here. Sure, somewhere's around there. You can attach over here, somewhere's on that. And you can attach down here, somewhere's like that. All right. I mean, that looks pretty oval. I'll go with that. Now, let's see about putting in the necessary components for getting rock to be made in both of these towns. So, we are going to buy 2 rock mines. Yeah, and these are going to cost me a fortune. Boo. I don't know if we can pull this off, to be honest. Does this mean I'm going to have to make them climb this mountain to get into this, this crazy valley thing? Or do I try to flatten that out? You flatten this out. You only got $2 million, dude. You're about to spend $1 million of it, $2 million of it, just to try and put these down. You know what? I'm going to bring you back in just a second. I'll have a little more cash in hand, and I'm going to make this look a little more natural because I want to make it look like that over there. All right. So with that, I'll bring you right back. Okay, some $1 million and some later. Sure, we got them in there. Let's now try to set up some lines for this because I've spent a bunch of money, and we want money to be coming in faster than we're spending it. That's kind of crazy. So let's see. Let's do a line, shall we? Oh, you know what you got to do? You got to put some drop-off points in. I mean, it's great that you did that over there, but you haven't done nothing over here, dude. Okay. Sure. Now, is this where we want this? Well, yeah, I guess, because at $117,000, that's crazy. Sure. And now, how about this side? Okay, let's flip this around a little bit. I will say the traffic coming from here is really light, which would be a bonus. I guess we won't worry too much about it. Okay, now, drop-off points. Let's see where all the stuff is happening here, people. We need to go here, we need to go here. So brick. All the brick, well, most of the brick is on the left. We'll use this as the center road. All right, it's unfortunate you guys up there may not get anything, but what can I tell you? You probably should have built closer to the city center or on the left side of the road, right? But we do know where they are, so let's have a look at that. Let's see, we'll go here. You can't see nothing in that view, though. So yes, we will catch all the bricklaying on this side of the road. Basically up to the town center. I mean, if you go to the town center, you catch the whole town. I really hate having all the traffic driving through the center of town, though. Kind of self-defeats the purpose, Max. You know, we don't like people driving through the major ports of town. It's unfortunate. The bricklayers up there are going to be having a hard time. We may have to blow a few of them up. Just convince them. Is that what we're doing? We're convincing them maybe they shouldn't live up here. Maybe they should go somewhere else. You know, don't come up here. Go down there, right? Yeah, don't come up here. You want to move to this side of town where it's happening. Yikes. Okay, what about you? Where is your brick? It is all on the upper north shore, so up by this road here. Let's see if we can't make that work. Okay, take this, do this. If we put it here, we're catching all the brick? Almost all the brick? Oh, I think we're catching almost all the brick on that one, dude. What about this side of the road versus this side? Well, you lose a couple of houses, but that's all right. I don't mind losing the houses as long as we can get them back somehow. All right, we'll go with that. Whew. All right, 2 routes, 2 stuff. We got 3 million and change. It is building up. So we're going to need a couple road depots. Sure, he says. Where would you like to put these? Well, somewhere's where it's not going to cost me a fortune. So we'll go 21 there. And Zurich, let's say this side of the road. I mean, yes, you want to put a rail in here one day. Can we try to find a piece 42, 43, 36? Can you attach it right there? 29. I'll take that. All right. Let's make a line, people. New line. It's red because it's brick. All right. And we're going to go from here, that one right there, to... Yeah, I clicked on the station. That's me clicking on the station. Why? Oh, you're in the middle of autosave. My bad. My bad. So that's 1. And you're 2. And then you're going to come back. Really? You're going to come back to here. All right, so we got to fix between 1 and 2. We'll put a waypoint in because, of course, you want to use the silly ways to go. Waypoint costs $2,000 to put in a waypoint. What kind of jipping off is that? All right. So here, add a station. Go here. Thank you. Okay, so that's going to take care of that. So this is well, we can actually type in Lyon, the whole name of that because it's pretty short. Brick, and that will be delivered by truck. Looks good. Let's see. How many trucks is that going to be? It's a little bit of a line, isn't it? I would say that's probably going to be... Oh, I don't know. You're looking at probably 35 trucks, I would think. Do you want to say 35? Sure. Now, yes, you can type in the number, but I find it never works right. So right, there's 35. Boom. Put that on the Lyon line, and off it goes. Okay, now, sure, who's going to start ramping up? You? Well, you're both going to start ramping up because you're both so close to each other that you're actually influencing each other. I'm okay with that for the moment. We'll see what happens on the other side. So we got the trucks coming out here, and I'm just waiting for another 3 million to build up so as I can buy the other side. Okay, so let me make the line on this side. So new line, and this is going to be red because, of course, it is. Because, you know, I'm sure the color blindness will drive me crazy. There's one, there's two, and it turns out you are on the wrong side of the road. Let's see if we can't fix that. We're going to take you out, and we're just going to put you right back in. Just pretend I didn't do anything here. It's all good. Yeah, we're just putting you on this side of the street, okay? Do not panic. Well, I'm panicking because if you do put it on that side of the street, it's going to get real tricky. Darn it. Which means you got to move it down here. And is that going to be an encatchment for all of it? It's pretty close, I will say. It is pretty good. We do miss out on a couple little brick buildings there. But you're not catching these two up here no matter what you do. And this allows the traffic to go through. So let's go there instead. Now, back to that line crushing at a station event. So you're just right in line. I like that. And this is going to be Zur. Z-U-R. Brick. Okay. And this is by truck. All right, there we go. Done. Okay. With that, I should have tried to keep that running. 1.5 million will definitely not get this running. So we're gonna have to do what we got to do here. All right. So the trucks are starting. Wait a second. Wait. You know, we like to do our favorite thing here. So here is 159. He appears to be the leader of the pack, and way back here is this is 153, who is not the leader of the pack. We want to have a look at roads here and get rid of all this because all these traffic lights are messing everybody up. Sorry, guys. Traffic lights are bad. We could probably leave them over on this end of the city because there's nobody on this end of the city. We aren't using it yet. Yes, but that is going to change, I'm sure, one day. There we go. In fact, let's check Zurich while we're at it. Yeah, like this whole road, bad. It's just bad. Sure. We'll take that one out. Okay. I see the computer's added a few more new roads. There we go. Let's get out of that. Hit the fast forward button. So, of course, what we're doing here is we're watching to see where 153 ends up at versus 159, right? So 153, of course, they're all going to line up to pick up stone in here. And the big challenge is, does 159 get back into this line before 153 finishes the line, right? That's the big challenge here. Okay, so we're going to keep an eye on 159. Sure. Yeah, okay, I got that on the right side of the road. What are we at? 1.8 million. That's not going to do it, dude, because this is a pretty this too is a pretty stretchy line. So I would say you're going to need $3 million. You're going to need $3 million, so you better let these guys kind of do what they do, right? Because that one's way down there. I don't know. Might need an extra 10 trucks for 45 trucks. It's pretty far away, dude. It's pretty far away. You know, yikes. Sure. It's fine, though. It's going to be fine. I did add this little fork in the road just so as they weren't driving all the way through this town. They can just hang right and then get across this bridge. I didn't want them to drive all the way up to this intersection and get caught up in here. I'm sure the city will continue to expand and make this a mess, and I'm going to have to deal with that already. So before I have to deal with that, I'm just kind of skimping around it for now, right? All right, so we're dropping off for brick. It is a one-to-one scenario. Yeah, $30,000. Yeah, that's what we like to see there. That's money-making, people. That's money-making. No, I wanted to see how much was on that truck. Yeah, can I have a truck? 5 out of 7. All right, so what's he going to get? So they're getting $30,000 for 5 out of 7. That's pretty intense. So 159 is... Oh, and 153 has just gone through to pick up his stone. Okay, so where is 159? 159 is on his way back. It's close, but not quite there. Let's give him 5 more trucks. 6 more trucks. Sure. And this is the Lyon side, right? Yes, it is. My bad, guys. There we go. 6 more trucks, yes. I realize 159 is like coming right down off the hill right now, and I'm hoping most of these trucks will pull out in front of him. In fact, I'm going to stop him right there for like a few seconds. And, all right, so they are kind of evenly distributing. All right, so there we go. We're going to let him go now. I want them new trucks to get in the front. All right, so I would say that's going to handle that. Looks like these guys are ramping up. Now, these guys obviously aren't going to be able to... Why are you guys so... Oh, no, I put horses out. No, that's terrible. Why does it do that? Why do you do that, game? All right, well, I'll have to come back to fix that. Gee whiz. Yeah. And I really gotta watch that. I did that in the premiere episode as well. And that means I had 2 horses going this way, right? Yes. You all stink. Get away. All right, well, we know we need 6 more, so we're just gonna have to keep an eye on that for now. Not to say that won't make money, but again, gaps in the road like that. So see how this is gapped? That means this factory is going to be like, hey, my transportation's way down. Boo-hoo, right? So I am going to have to keep these guys. I will have to keep an eye out for these guys again, right? Okay, we're at 2.9 million. We're going to let that run a little bit more. At least these guys are going to be within relatively close range for pickup. All right. So let's buy some trucks, not horses. Holy smokes. The things I got to do, people. I mean, you're still looking at 30, 36, 37. I mean, 40 is really the bare minimum I think I can get away with here. So you want 3.4 million for this. Sure, he says. Can someone like give me another? No, don't go down. No, don't go down. I need you to go up. I need these 40 trucks. Yeah, can some up please. There we go. Thank you. Holy smokes, Zurick, it's all you, buddy. It is up to you as to how you want to handle that. We could throw them trucks on here right now. There is a space here. No, you're not. You know why? Because you got no money. You just spent all the money on 40 trucks for the other side. Dude. Yeah, okay. I'm assuming this is 159, is it? Or 153? Is that what that is? We could probably throw it on after him, though. Sure. This is fine, he says. Everything is fine. Now, you'll notice here I did put that bus lane in here, so as the trucks do have their own dedicated lane through this oval, and that is probably the only way we're going to be able to keep these two things running without too much interference here, right? So I'm assuming these trucks are staying left and staying right because of where they need to go. Sure. One day we may actually we may try to get the traffic off of this road, but for now, it's fine. And this is going to cause extra traffic because they're all together at once, right? You know, and that's scary. It's very scary. Sure. Okay, so I think we can get away with buying them extra 6 trucks now. You're not buying 6, but you'll buy as many as you can afford. Okay, there you go. Are they trucks? Yes. Can we have them on the Lyon line? Sure. There we go. So we'll see how that pans out shortly. How are you? Are you getting any happier now? Well, 16. I don't know what to think about that exactly. We do have a new problem here, and that is, of course, these guys are going to jam up these guys really bad until these guys get all spaced out. I was really worried about this. Oops. Oopsie. It's fine. Everything is fine. We're losing money, but we'll be okay. Okay, well, our first Lyon line is making a little money, but it's going to lose money here shortly. Okay, well, they are kind of figuring out. They're driving around these guys, and they're like, well, you know, we got a second lane here. Good job. I mean, I did hear that the latest update had smarter traffic rules, so I will say this is actually very impressive. Like, it actually figured out, hey, you know what I don't have to do? Wait in line forever. I can actually go around you guys. I know, that's actually really good. And Lyon is at least trying to stay profitable while it adds them trucks. Meanwhile, we do have another problem on the other way. And I knew this was going to be a problem. Okay, so let's play this a little bit on slow here for a second. So are you my last truck, 198? Okay, let's park you down here. Now, our first truck is making his way back to town. There he is, 202. He's a hero, right? Sure. He is making his way back to town. But is it going to be in time? I think it's going to be really close. Yeah, like, we still got 4 trucks in the queue, and he is already boogieing through town. Like, he is the man. Like, I would say we're really... Now, 2 trucks maybe, but I could get away with that one. I'm actually really impressed with that. Yeah, because like 2-3 trucks. But really, that was not too bad. That's pretty balanced, I will say. That was pretty good. So, proud of me, yay! Being proud of me. All right, there we go. Oh no, no. We are not doing that. No, I see what you're trying to do there, mister. And that is not happening. Right. Sure, the Zurick brick line. No, you are not to do that. Sure. Where do I find all this stuff at? I know it's in here somewhere. So, Lyon Central. No filter. No. Nope. We want to not unload brick. No brick unloading. No. This is stone pickup only. Yeah, don't you be trying that stuff, mister. This is where we don't unload brick here. So that's fine. Yep. And on this side, same deal. So this is the Lyon side, and we're going to manage the line. And here at the exchange, no brick dropping. You keep that for the town, mister. Yeah, you guys aren't supposed to be sharing like that. This isn't no share brick across towns. Now, I don't know if he'll actually pick that brick back up or not. I am hoping he will. Because, you know, we don't want this brick kicking around here. Yeah, so don't be... Gosh darn it. Don't be dropping off any more brick, right? So Zurich has been told no more brick dropping, right? Here at Lyon Silter. Yeah, unload. Yeah, no unloading of brick. So I'm assuming that's whatever's on the trucks, and then they're just going to have to deal with it. So I do like the fact that that went from 15 to 13. It'd be nice if... Yeah, take that brick out of there. You take that home. Don't you... Now, look at the scene. These guys tried to do the same thing. No. You all take that to your appropriate towns, people. Yeah, that's right. You get your brick, and yeah, you deserve a lot more brick. Don't you guys be ripping your... Like, this is the town you're supposed to be working for. Don't you be trying to, you know, swindle stuff like that, because that's just really mean. Yeah, that's just really mean of you guys, right? Things you got to do to teach people. Okay, so he does keep trying to drop brick off over here. Don't know why. Not allowed to. You know, that's right. You guys pick up your own brick. And this is the big problem that I have with the Transport Fever series overall. They all do it, but the filtering is different in Transport Fever 1 versus 2. And I got to admit, I am not a big fan of the filtering in 2. I find it's a constant fight to to try and keep the filtering straight on these places. You're allowed to play with percentages and all that junk. Nope. I would rather have just had vehicle select filtering and stuff. Yes, this does come in handy for certain things, but why are you even dropping brick off here? Like, why aren't you dropping it off in town, right? This is where you should be dropping off the brick, right? Drop off all your brick over here, right? Number 4, North Street, right? North Street, unload all your brick. That's right. Don't get fancy. Just unload all the brick. So, because then you have guys over here swapping for stuff, and it messes up my calculations. Now, yes, they are running profit, but that Zurick line should be running more profit than that. I am pretty sure. He is catching up, though. I will say 29 out of 58 is looking better. How are you guys doing in terms of your output? So 57.64. I could see why like you're 57 because, well, you're 60 now because this line is fairly long, but it's not the end of the world. But in both cases, it would be nice if these were to upgrade. And I mean, their production is running. And it's just, it's going to be a fight, people. It's going to be a fight. Okay, you know what? Let them fight it out. Let's go have a look at where we're going to put in a train line, hopefully starting on the next episode. So, let's see. Paris, we've already done the road. Did I do the road around Paris? I did. I think I did that late last night. Wow. Well, you go, boy. Brussels is a disaster zone. Because somebody thought this was a great idea. Right. Well, if Paris is there and you swing the train around this way and then come up between these two cities, sure, he says. Can you make that work? Well, I probably can. Okay, well, let's see how much this is going to cost me. Let's do this, and we'll do this right up to there. No, that's a straight road. I want you to make it a little nice, guys. Like it doesn't hurt to make it a little curvy. There you go. Look at that. Sure. I don't know where this guy thinks he's building to, but wherever it is, it's not happening. And neither is that. And look at this. Look at this slop. Look at this. All right, whatever. So we're gonna try. Let's do the easy parts first while we're watching this along. We'll upgrade that. We'll upgrade this. This I think is where we're gonna take a slight turn. We're gonna come off of here and go out here like this. Do you want to go straight on that? No, that's really bad idea, is it? Okay, I didn't think that would be such a bad idea. But sure, we'll go to here, and then can you get in there? Cool. Yeah, that's going to be another real ugly feat of engineering there. I am sure of it. Okay. We can't be letting these guys build on this side of the road anymore. It's just going to get too costly too quickly. Yes, I can't really stop them from building there, but I can stop them from here. What do we got here? 25,000. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you guys can all go. No, yeah, and this is where I'm going to have to fight with this for a minute. All right, so we're going to put this train track. Are you going to try and widen the road first? Well, okay. Why do you need to remove a building? I don't think you need to remove a building. I think your building's just fine. Are you going to take that one out? Because I'd really like you to take that one out. No, of course, that's the one you're going to leave in, right? Because that's the one that's really dumb. Okay. You got to come out of this train station. You're going to have to make a hard turn here. Going this way. Oh, jeez. And then into Hamburg. Sure, but Berlin's down there. Do you try and swing that in this way and then do something with a bridge here and then try to hook it up on this side of the river? Probably. They won't change these houses anytime soon on you. So you're probably okay there. All right. Sure. Let's fix this up while I already have it. Well, I've already spent the money, right? So, I mean, you've already spent money, so you might as well do the fixing up of the things, right? We're going to go there, and again, oh yeah, old track, dude, old track. Yeah, we don't want the new track. Use the old track. Right out like that. There you go. Is that the old track? It looks like brand new track. All right. Anyway, it's fine. Okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do this, and this is just to keep them from doing any funny stuff while we're messing around here, right? I don't think he'll go close to the bridge. I think he'll be all right with that, as long as we can keep him away from this side of the road here. Now, unfortunately, anytime they have roads, they'll try and build on them. I mean, they're kind of mean like that. So we're going to try and do that for now. We won't let him come this way. We'll kind of keep him pinned in there. On this side, of course, we definitely want to keep this guy pinned back there, right? Yep. Just because we can't have him getting a brain and trying to come across that way. Because Paris is up here, and this is already going to be a real ugly turn to come this way and coming around this way. And I don't know what's going on with all this, but we'll have to probably do something in the middle with that. Sure. And then it'd be nice. It would be really nice if you didn't build any more houses here either. So that will keep this side cleaned up. Over here in Paris, of course, same deal. We don't want them building up here any. Sure. Can we take that out for a second? I'd really like you not to build here. Okay. Yeah, just hook that right onto there. Now, unfortunately, I can't close this road off. I don't know what he thought he was doing there, but whatever. And we're going to do this, and we're going to do this. But at least, if he puts in a $25,000 house and I have to blow it up, that's one thing. But putting in $200,000 factories all the time and then me having to clean it up is a nightmare, right? Lyon is already taken care of. Man, that's going to be this is one crazy, wicked turn. Okay, so if we look at it this way, Bordeaux is, I guess, the pivot point to either go to the peninsula or up to Paris. So then, of course, we get up to Paris. We swing over to Brussels. I still think this would have been the better spot for a train station, but because we do got to make the left, we might try and make it. Well, it's really too close to that one. I think I'm going to have to try and reshape this river a little bit. Don't know. I could always try to put it on this side, but I'm getting real close to this, and this is going to make a mess on its own. And then try and swing up this way, or do you just try to go straight for Hamburg and Berlin? I don't think that's fair to Rotterdam, though. Amsterdam and Rotterdam, I think they deserve something. The other issue, of course, here at Paris is I think I got to go straight to London from here. It would have been really nice to put the station on this side, but not with all this industry in the way, right? I think I'm going to have to just make it in Paris and then go up this way. London Bridge right here, but we could come on this side. It's going to be ugly. I'll have to probably move that, but I probably knew that from the start and cursed myself for it. That's fine. Then we'll come right up here, swing by Glasgow, and then down into Dublin, which, of course, I've got tracked off already, as you can see. So if we're going over this way, Hamburg I have semi-trapped. We could try to help them a little bit more with some roading. Okay, well, let's do that. How am I doing for time? Wow, this segment, 30 minutes alone. Wow, this is gonna be way too long. It's fine. Bridge pillar collision, huh? I think you're full of baloney. But anyway, whatever. We'll fix that soon enough. So we'll just put a little bit of a road in here. Sure. We'll come down. Really? You can't make that the right curve that I want? Sure. All right, we'll take that right to about there somewhere, and then we're going to come up this way. We're going to come up and around this way. I'm probably going to blow that road up because it looks really weird. Okay, attach that onto that. This looks like it's going to have to be the road. Before you get silly stupid over here, because I can just see all the mistakes you're making over here already. I'm going to do that. And we're going to take this road up to here, and then we're going to come across this way. And we're going to swing it back down onto this road. Then I'm going to spend a lot of money upgrading this road like I was waiting to do. Okay, do you want to try and fix this mess over here first? Sure, that looks a little cleaner, I would say. All right, how much is it going to cost you to upgrade this road? And I can imagine the price tag. The price tag is, no, I don't need all of that. $709, $515, and $571. $627 to take the whole thing. All right, well, we'll leave them alone for the moment. I don't need to have that rated. What about this side? $807. 7 buildings will be removed. Well, I'm assuming is the 7 that are on the left, and the 6 buildings on the right would be left alone. Because it's terrible. Yeah, it's terrible. 45. Yeah, take that out of there anyway. It's fine. Sure, he says. Oh, man, that's really going to be a tough call, isn't it? Sure. All right, well, we know what we got to do with that one. So then you come down to Berlin. Well, yes. I mean, you can swing across this way, catch Berlin, and then swing up this way, and come across, and then swing down towards Warsaw. You're into the Balkans now, though. Could you come through this valley here to Budapest? Or do you want to come down this way to Bucharest? And then back up this way to Budapest on this side, then Vienna, swing through the valley here to then come back to Zurich, I guess. Wow, I can see my hair being pulled out so many different ways. Okay, people, let's see. We'll run this a little bit. Let's see how well the lines are doing. Monies. I like monies. And, of course, 578,000 of that money's. Nice. Zurich, still the hurting child of the two, and I'm not surprised. 51 out of 72, they should actually be doing better. I am a little surprised about that, but I still think they're trying to pull off some sneakiness over here. Let's have a look at the factories. How are they running? Well, they're at 149 and 151. That's transporting 100. This is transporting 88. So I could try to throw on a few more trucks on there. Maybe that's what's upsetting it. Let's have a look at the factories out here. Yeah, your shipment of 36 out of 100 isn't going to do it, dude. Is that because of just your demand in general? I guess so. You're only getting 36 out of 74. What are you carrying? Like, you're not carrying any brick at all. And neither are you, dude. Like, is it like you say you have stone, but I don't believe it. Like, are you putting anything on these trucks or what? Nope. So that's a problem. Where is this all going? Let's see. Okay, so you've got nothing. You've got nothing. You're gonna get nothing, right? Because I can't see you getting anything. Yeah, you're just gonna pull away. And meanwhile, this guy says he's got brick, right? He's got 12 stored. Is this not? Oh, autosave's on, of course. Are we not getting what we want to get here? I mean, that looks like it's connected to me. Somebody do something for delivery here, people. But before I start panicking, yeah, like there's nothing being delivered here. No wonder we're not making any money on this side. And I know you're getting some brick. I can't see how you guys are cheating this. I really can't. Yeah, you're not allowed to unload brick here. You're not allowed to pick up brick here either. You know what? That's what we're going to do. Do this, because there's no brick here at the moment, right? So, central, this. No loading brick. No brick. There's no brick here, right? And don't think I'm not watching you guys. I'm watching you guys like a hawk. So if we go here, no loading brick, no unloading brick. There's no brick here. Everybody just forget about the brick. And you had better start picking up brick over here for this town, mister. All right, so now, see, he's putting out brick all of a sudden, right? Yeah, you're not getting any sneaky brick. The only brick you're getting is the brick that you got to make yourself. So start making that brick. Start doing things, all the stuff. Gee whiz. Okay. I'll watch the Hawks offline. I've already dragged you in for like way too much time on this session. I'm Max. This, of course, has been Transport Fever 2, the Euro version. You bet, as my tongue-twisting conglomeration is really throwing me off all of a sudden. These guys are trying to be really sneaky here with the loading and the unloading and the loading and, you know, all the things, right? That's the way they do it. They try to be really, really sneaky. I may have to separate these even farther so as they don't interfere with each other. That's really, like, I may have to put them on either side of this instead. And, I mean, that's fine. I just, you know, it's really too bad that the game does that to you. It is what it is. As long as they kind of keep pumping it out, I don't care. My concern is that these guys are not picking up any stone or enough stone to keep that running up there and to keep their line profitable, which, of course, is what I really need them to do. So we'll see how it plays out, people. When you come back on the next episode, we're going to make a train line. Yeah, are we ever? Maybe something simple, because this looks really complicated. Maybe we'll work on this part of the train line first and get it up and running. That might be an idea, because then you don't pull all your hair out. Well, that's true. We're going to put a train line in anyway, run some passengers around. We're going to make some people happy. And at the same time, we'll probably try to hook up a few more industries at the same time in preparation for freight traffic. With that, thanks to recent subscribers. Their names are at the bottom of the screen. And for everybody that's watching the series, I appreciate that very much. And I'll see you all on the next one. Take care.